No, Granny, please. You're the only one that ever loved me. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the last episode of What Remains of Edith Finch. We left off in Milton's little art tower here, and this is where we are. This is probably going to be the last episode. I think it's pretty much over.
Mom spent months searching for my brother.
Oh, okay.
Then she sealed the doors.
Okay, I didn't expect it to actually start yet. But yeah, this is it's almost over. I think we got a few more people to go through. I'm starting to understand a little bit more about the story. I'm still lost on all the characters and
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
And pretty much who the characters are, I'm still not entirely sure. I don't think I walked back here. I don't think anything's back here, but you know, it's always nice to make sure nothing's back here. And it's blocked, okay. But so far, we know that this family is completely cursed, and everybody, I didn't mean to do that, and everybody in this family is going to die, and I'm the last survivor, and I am apparently pregnant. My character is going to have a child, which is why I'm here. Okay, we were in that room last episode, so I suppose we need to go up here
Mom
now.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself.
Okay,
After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
And the thing about Edie was, I thought Edie was one of the little girls, but Edie is the grandmother. So I was completely.
Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room.
That's nice.
Except Lewis.
That is freaking oops. That is beautiful. But yeah, Edie is the grandmother. I did not know that that was the grandmother. I kind of thought it was one of the little girls. All right, this is pretty cool, man. This house is cool. Even though it's cursed, it's really freaking cool.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar.
What?
That part of him lived on.
Uh-huh. Okay. There's a lot here. What is this?
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
What a loser. He literally died a lot. What? I don't know, dude. Oh, and one more thing. Hold on. We are going to backtrack. So, I think it was last episode we saw a house. I think it's that right there that sunk. I missed the part in the first episode where she said that their house sunk and that's why they moved. And blah blah blah, and the curse followed them. So yeah, I missed that part. But the house that we saw sinking in don't go back, in one of the last episodes was their last house, and that's why they had to move. I'm going back. All right, let's see what this is.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Oh. Wait, how do I do things? I'm doing this right now. Wait.
He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself.
Oh, it's so loud.
In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
began to... I can't reach it.
Wander.
Oh, I'm controlling this guy.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small.
Oh, I'm controlling both.
Imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads.
Oh, I thought you said and turds.
And things that have not names.
I don't know if
I knew it was all in his head.
I don't know if I'm still supposed to be dealing with the fish or not, but here we are.
But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself.
This is interesting.
But he found something more.
Okay. We're
I
still
worried about him then,
doing both.
daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him.
I ran into a rock.
It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Oh, hi, puppy. This is interesting.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
Oh, okay, that
He
that
built the
was
city up slowly, brick by brick.
kind of cool.
Then he made musicians.
These people dancing, dude.
He
Oh,
talked
that's why
about
you gotta
starting
keep
a
getting rid of
band.
the fish. Okay.
And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger.
Okay, so this is what Lewis is seeing while he cuts fish.
He no
Got it.
longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever.
Okay, so that's why I'm doing
Then
both.
one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination.
Uh-oh.
So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won.
Okay.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering.
Bye,
It
guys.
became a game for him.
Okay, I'm still doing things. This is kind of cool. Kind of.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on.
So,
New Louisville. St. Louis.
so this is what this guy's imagining while he's cutting
He started
fish's
drifting
heads
away
off.
from our reality.
Turn the ship, dude. Oh my god.
Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery.
What?
Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
This is sad, actually.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
of a what? Beautiful prince.
beautiful prince.
Bruh. A beautiful prince. There we go. What is happening?
The prince was on his own quest for
Sinister serpents.
sinister serpents.
This is weird, dude. Oh, my bad. I don't know if I was supposed to knock that down or not.
He followed the sound of his
Oh, the fish! I forgot about the fish. Electric sitar.
electric sitar.
Yeah, no, I missed the note, dude. That's
His
nice.
chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
Oh god. I don't see the counter anymore.
He knew the
It's
world was
fine.
all in his imagination.
It's fine. Everything's fine. There's the beautiful prince. Wait!
He was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
I'm trying to keep the fish off the screen. Please. Give me more fish. I wish I could run.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming.
Look at my little guy.
And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
Oh yeah. I'm the king now. Look at how little I look. I look so small.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me.
What?
It was hard to argue with him.
The little door. Oh. Okay, and now we're here. Alright, so that was really interesting. I've never seen anything like that, really. So that was cool. It was kind of difficult, especially the ship part, trying to control the ship and chop the fish. Oh, this was in that was in his room. The little peephole we looked through.
We began to forget the world we know.
We are back in the fish. I bet it's so stinky in here,
I think it
dude.
pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
I'm Lewis. Yes, I am. Look at all those fish. Oh my god. The smell in here is just immaculate. Or am I... Oh, is that Lewis or am I
Lewis?
Lewis?
The man with a royal contempt.
I think I'm Lewis and this is Lewis. I think we're both Lewis. Hello, Lewis.
I still thought I could save him.
Okay, so I am Lewis, and that's
Even
Lewis.
after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
This isn't gonna go well. Oh!
The palace would be packed with his companions.
Never mind, it's fine. Look at this. This is so nice. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, looking good, big guy. Thank you. Thank
Including the
you.
wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
You guys don't have faces. I don't like that. So this is where the fish go. That's that's quite interesting. Thank you. I'll go this way. Thank you.
His prince waited, holding his crown.
His prince? What?
There was only one thing left to do.
Which is die. I'm sure, yeah. I mean, all these characters die, so I'm sure whatever this is going to...
Bend down his head.
Oh. 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 Like I am now a fish.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Okay, more death. That's fine.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Okay. Well, you know, in the end, he became the fish that he ate. I don't know if he ate the fish or not. I mean, I knew that was gonna happen. I just didn't know it was gonna happen that way.
My mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait, where do I go? Oh, up.
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed.
This house just continues to go higher
I
and
understand
higher.
why we left.
and I love it. This house is so what in the world? um, I love how tall this house gets. It's quite
My mom
nice.
ended up leaving everything behind.
Uh-huh. I can't oh, I can zoom in. I was gonna say I can't zoom in anymore, but I can.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time.
Am I
Maybe
just
it should have come
gonna...
sooner.
I'm assuming that I'm gonna die too, because we all die. Am I gonna die exploring this
But it had to
place?
end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Oh, why am I so short? I'm so short. Okay, the last night of okay. Oh, I'm moving things.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry,
Wait.
you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Wait, okay, now I'm a child. I don't know. Okay, maybe I don't know who Edith is, dude. I thought it was the grandma. Am I the grandma when she was a child? Okay, don't take my word for anything. I thought Edith was a child, then I thought it was the grandma, and now I'm a child. It could just be a flashback for when she
the power
was a
had been shut
child.
off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
I mean, this is open. Can I go in? Thank you.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house.
Mom and Dad are fighting again.
Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories.
Uh-oh.
I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight.
Oh, I'm Edith, not
We'll have the
Edie.
nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Okay. Oh, look at this. History of the Finches. Let's see
Dear
here.
Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you
Okay,
were born.
I understand now. She's Edie.
That
I'm
night,
Edith.
The tide went way, way out.
Okay, I understand now. I'm just
It was
stupid.
the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it.
So this
When
is...
the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I can't see. So I'm the
I
grandma.
got turned around.
Bro, no. That was the house. There was not a rock there. I know that for sure. There was...
I started seeing things.
Bruh. Oh, I'm big dead. I'm so dead. I went straight ahead. That's ridiculous.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
Like... a bed.
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me.
Oh, I found it.
Or maybe I came back to them.
Uh-huh. Oh, look at me, I am old.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to
Uh,
try and...
Edith, what are you doing in
uh,
here?
uh-oh.
It's mine.
Edith!
Uh-oh.
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go.
Uh-oh.
I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
Uh,
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
Granny! No, Granny, please! You're the only one that ever loved
The
me.
next morning, the van came
Please.
to pick her up, but she was already gone.
The van came to pick her up.
After that, we moved around a lot.
Alrighty then. Oh, I'm moving my arm.
We both tried to make the best of it.
Whee! Whee!
A few years went by.
Oh. I still get so surprised that I get to move things. How do I...
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot.
Oh, ew,
The
you just
best
coughed on my
happened to me.
dandelion. The freak is wrong with you coughing on my dandelion?
She got better for a while. And then she didn't.
Okay.
And then I was alone.
So that's depression.
The last Finch left alive.
Gotcha.
Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this.
You just told the whole
If
story.
we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes.
Is a meteor just gonna come down and hit me?
And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
No, that can't happen because my child's not alive yet. So, I can't
This
die
tunnel
right
was
now.
supposed to be for you.
Right? I can't die yet?
But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you
Oh.
and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Okay.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it.
So I'm dead.
It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Okay. So I'm big dead. That's my child. My child is now alone. And the curse is probably still there. That is a nice house. I really like how that house looks. I would not live there at all. But that was great. There we go. Story by Giant Sparrow. Sparrow. There we go. Okay. That's the end. This is a cool end screen, but I guess the moral of the story is that these people are cursed. So if you ever meet an Edith or a Finch, don't be around them. That's quite interesting because I used to know a couple of Finches. So I'll never talk to them again. Once again, I don't know if there are like multiple parts or if there are stories before this story. But it was, honestly, I would give this game an 8 out of 10. It was pretty good. It's definitely a just play it once kind of game. I'm gonna finish the credits and see if there's anything else at the end. And then I'll be back. All right. So the Edith Finch team is also dead. Everybody died. Anybody who made this game, played this game, are dead or going to be dead. Wait a minute. But yeah, that is What Remains of Eidth Finch. Honestly, a great game. I want to play more games like this. I like how short it was. It took about maybe 2.5 hours to go through the whole thing. And I really love games like this. I want to find more like this. And I plan on doing that. But that is going to be it for this video and for this quote unquote series, if that's what you want to call it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.